I assume that, Impunity with Mission on the Talia are going to be able to find early game advantages for themselves. It's just on Bliss to try and, navigate that.
It will be. Now, Ward is actually placed onto the red here. Top laners running rings around each other already.
They have a bit more respect for each other this time. I respect that. Last time they were kind of trading blows a bit, but they're besties now.
Yeah, it's always nice to see a little bit of respect given over. It's the first strike picked up for Mission, as well as the comment on Daystar in that mid lane matchup. Everything else, though, is looking fairly normal. The level 1 ward, I think, is actually kind of nice just for spotting out where Alex is going to be going, because there are options, I feel like, in all lanes. I wonder, in this mid matchup, if Mission just saves his shove to cancel Daystar on the Q every time, it could actually be quite hard to stack up in this mid lane. Obviously, the stacks are what really gives Aurelion Sol his scaling.
Oh,
the level 1
going
W.
straight in.
Yeah, good damage.
Starting with the W start. Nature dropped very low. Knight dropped as well. It's forced to flash away. Big early start for the side of Team Bliss. Alan trying to see what he can do on the back end of that. But good pick from them, and really how you want to be starting off this game.
Yeah, nice W there from Benvi. Really kind of weird, though, from Nature. I mean, how does this keep happening? It's not like Zyra Khan level 1 cheese is new. They do end up losing the flash, which I think actually is a big deal, because Why Not will be pathing down the map, and they still managed to keep Benvi's flash, to potentially have a regank opportunity to punish that no flash.
Well, this is fancy.
Yeah, I love the triple lane setup. It's so good. It looks like, though, Impunity, they are starting to get a little bit of bot priority, so maybe can use this toward the river and protect themselves from their early Why Not gank. He was already on the bot side, and it looks like Alex has decided to actually protect them. So I think wise decision here. Nature is very at risk without that flash and losing a lot of his HP. Perhaps can find Why Not in his jungle here. Is going to spot him out. Does currently have mid and bot priority. So I think this should be Alex at least forcing him out. I'm not sure he can start up the blue, but definitely can just waste his time, which I think is pretty nice for the early game.
Yeah, Alex kind of just waltzing in, dropping a ward on the Wolves as well, starting up the blue buff on top of that. Benvi is in the area trying to see if he can help out his jungler a little bit. Daystar as well. Mission might actually be in a bit of a weird spot here. I don't know if Daystar can really punish this too much as of yet.
Yeah, goes over to Impunity. Really nice use of priority there.
Why Not's looking. Flash onto Nature. Does get knocked up and it's going to get picked off, but Why Not actually going to go down first. First blood picked off for Alan. Now Lemus going to try and get some damage on the back end of this. Alan going to slowly chip away at Benvi's health bar. Ooh, it's a bit rough though. Team Bliss able to pick up a kill, but Impunity get there first.
I think that first kill going on to the Zarya is so big. Gets the first blood, and it's on to the ADC as opposed to on the jungler. I think, honestly, overall, very big win there for Impunity. As it looks like they try to engage just as a two-man here, so they don't really have a lot of damage. Why Not's already very low after getting chunked out by Alex in the jungle. And yeah, first blood and red buff given over to Atlan, and this all stemmed from that mid lane priority, right? Mission was able to move first, and not something you'd expect if he's the one blind picking. But that's, again, the price you pay with the Aurelion Sol. You've got great scaling, but half your lanes, they have to kind of prop up the jungler on their own without the help of mid lane in the early game. And once again, it does punish Bliss, not having that early mid priority.
Yeah, worst of all, it did actually look like it was a pretty good pick initially, right? Finding that flashless Nature, getting him knocked up and making sure that take him down as low as possible, but ultimately Lemus wasn't in the area able to provide that backup and not able to get that kill just quite quick enough.
Looks like Atlan has gone for the Vamp Scepter, so it's going to be pretty hard to take him out. And I think pretty important as well that Benvi did actually have to flash in that play, so no longer holds the flash advantage over Nature. That won't be able to force another kill onto him. Although, why not? I mean, he's going to be on the bot side. It looks like Alex is resetting down there as well. Top lane, actually pretty big CS lead here for Driver. Nice and early, which does feel good. CS lead's actually just across the board. All three lanes and the jungle. Impunity are known kind of for the strong 1v1 lanes. Not known so much perhaps for strong early game in general, but definitely in laning as Why Not. He's going to try and punish this again. Alex isn't here yet.
Yeah, Lemus might be looking. Benvi doesn't quite connect the grand entrance, unfortunately, and Alan got to escape this time. Just a bit too much move speed available. Now Alex going to be trying to pressure Why Not here. Does have the decoy to get over the wall and over to safety. Once again, these guys just keep trading back and forth. Lived seems like he's having a bit of a rough time out of mana under his tower. And now Impunity going to start up with the Hextech Drake.
Oh, okay, so mission's in base. It's going to TP back and has that Weaver's Wall. Has bought the Lost Chapter and Daystar hasn't recalled. I think if there's a fight, it should go the way of Impunity.
Oh, BMV doesn't connect the Grand Entrance. Daystar trying to do what he can, but no mana Asol isn't going to provide too much. Why not now dropped very low, forced to flash out, Ignite, ticking, not quite going to be enough to take him down, but now Atlan, he's on the hunt, looking to see what he can get. Mission knocks Lemus back. Atlan's going to finish this one off. No, it's actually going to be Mission. And it's not good looks. It is a 1-for-1. But Lemus going down isn't going to be too good for them.
Yeah, it did manage to get a kill on Lemus though, so not the end of the world. And I think honestly it was a pretty important win there. I think the fact that you were able to actually contest that fight, even with Daystar having not reset, it's actually pretty big, because I think you're expecting to kind of lose that fight straight up. To kind of see what actually happened, because I think there should have just been a win for Impunity. They get engaged on pretty early, but it's kited out nicely here. Nice flash from Alex. I think maybe Alex just commits a bit too hard. Yeah, it looks like he tries to commit a bit too hard in the 1v3 up there. If he just backed off, I think Impunity should have handily won this fight, but nice by Bliss to punish that overextension. Unfortunately, is Lemus picked up off the back end. Nice shove coming out of mission. As the Dragon has started up once more,
yeah,
and he's going to get off it.
Trying to help Mission get as much mid-pro as possible. That's a big wave. Daystar probably isn't going to be able to move. I wonder if Impunity are going to look to start this one up again, but Team Bliss actually trying to get to it first. They have dragged it out of the pit, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult for Impunity to get a good angle onto this. And Allen is still very far away, so Team Bliss might potentially be able to pick this one up. It would be huge for them.
Yeah, I think they're on a timer. As soon as Atlan gets here, it becomes bad, but there's no Aurelion Soul.
Smite battle. Whoa, Lemus actually picks it up. First Dragon going the way of Team Bliss, but now Impunity, they're on the chase. They're not happy, trying to find if they can pick up a little bit of extra gold for their troubles. Why not quite going to get knocked back as far as they would have wanted, and now Team Bliss going to escape with their lives. Big win for them in the early game.
For sure, yeah. Really nice punish from Bliss. Managed to pick up that drag just barely before Atlan is able to get there. And I think that is actually an extremely big pickup. The fact that you're playing this heavy scaling in your mid ADC, if you can get those early drags, it just buys you so much time to scale later on in the game. Oh, really nice there from Mission. Surprised didn't take a tower shot there.
Yeah, must have been like one pixel away. Yeah, would have been a pretty dangerous position for him.
Daystar doesn't have flash, so could be in trouble maybe if something has looked towards mid. And it looks like Daystar will be rushing most likely towards the Rylai's. Could also be the Rod of Ages still, but has gone for the Rylai's rush before. Does give the Aurelion Soul just a little bit of an earlier spike, which I think does feel nice in a game where you know you scale so hard anyway. Want to be able to take some of those early fights that Bliss are kind of, you know, always looking for, even if they kind of have no business being there. Alex here is moving towards this Herald. Currently has both mid and top priority, so this should go the way of Impunity. Although, the way Bliss is pathing kind of suggests they might want to contest it.
Oh, Benvi looking in. Once again, Grand Entrance not quite going to connect, and Polymorph is going to dissuade any further attempts to fight. From the side of Team Bliss, Impunity going to pick up this Rift Herald without too much fighting involved.
Yeah, it does just get picked up here. Can probably be dropped towards, I want to say bot most likely. Now Daystar doesn't have flash. If he moves up too far, could be at risk of the Glacial Prison. Is going to be able to drop himself. A little bit of vision here though on the bot side and protect himself. As well as just clear out this pink. Mission going to be going for a reset of the zone. No objectives up on the map, so it's a good time. Oh, actually cancels it. Can he perhaps play for the shove? There are members around mid, but I think it's pretty difficult to walk up to this at this point, especially with your jungler off the map. Don't have enough control around mid to really feel safe walking up.
Yeah, Why Not is lurking around, but really not going to be able to find too much there. He is making his way bot side now, and Daystar actually has a rare moment where he's able to get his wave in. Well, though, looking onto Lemus, dropping him to around about half HP, but Team Bliss, Why Not's trying to look for it, but he's just a little bit too far to be able to find anything there. But now Liv going all out onto Driver, doesn't quite connect that knockback Q, but flash burned on the Jax. Now Liv trying to get his wave in as soon as possible. Alex is around though.
Why Not? Maybe looking for a mid dive. Alex is here, so it doesn't look like anything will come of it. See, Leandry's already completed here for Mission at only 10 minutes in the game. Doesn't have any other items to speak of.
Yeah, now Why Not is going to be here first. Alex is still relatively close, and there's a level up as well, so is a little bit scary for both sides. Really, I feel like the fight could go either way. Both supports are not quite hitting 6 just yet.
The Impunity mid jungle does get spotted out here. I think it is quite difficult for Bliss to make a play onto bot because of that Weaver's Wall from Mission always remains available. Driver has himself a small CS lead, picking up some plates for himself as well. Did lose that flash in the 1v1, but overall has been going pretty well for him. And most likely will try find a reset here. Dragon is spawning in a minute, and I think Driver will probably have his TP up for that in time. With this Mythic here completed for Mission though, I mean, does a lot of damage if he can connect it. There is a lot of range here from Daystar though, so it can be kind of difficult. Does have Alex waiting for him there as well. Why not? He's going to try find something bot. But it has to be quick before the Impunity mid-jungle can move down and respond.
Yeah, he does have a very small window here. TP comes out from Daystar to match. Push from Mission. Rift Shield as well going to be dropped. Giving him a little bit extra gold. Now with Dragon spawning in 45 seconds, Team Bliss, they're trying to see what they can do on the bot side. No vision from Impunity. Double knockup. Atlan and Nature both getting dropped relatively low, but Benvi finds the kill. Lima's going to pick that one up, but now Alex is here. Atlan is chasing them down as well. It's looking a little bit scary with the Zeri. Lima's dropping very low. Mission trying to get a little bit for himself as well. And it's going to be 3 kills for the side of Impunity. Oh man, it looks good for Bliss, but Impunity were just there a bit too quick.
It did look good, but ultimately does end up as a disaster there for Team Bliss. I think once that Herald was dropped mid, there's going to be pretty much no chance that Daystar can ever come down and match that. Oh, actually, the shove comes out. Daystar is going to take a lot of damage on the way out. Doesn't have the TP as well, so might even be forced to reset. And that could mean as well the second drag picked up for Impunity. Or I guess it's their first drag, but massive win overall. They've got Atlan now on that shield bow. There could be a window here, though, for Bliss to fight. There are no sums on Atlan, and the Bliss bot lane have all their sums. With Daystar so low, though, I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
Why not try to muscle Mission off? And Daystar trying to get some damage as well. Actually dropping Mission pretty low in preparation for this Chemtech Drake, but Team Bliss themselves, they don't have very, the health bars aren't in too good of a state themselves. Lemus, though, looking pretty healthy. I wonder if Team Bliss are actually going to start this one up. It does feel pretty risky as we're going to a replay.
I mean, it looks like a nice initial engage here from the side of Bliss, but there just aren't so many tools available, right? Atlan's still got both sums. There's a wild growth as well. And all this time, like, the Impunity mid-jungle are moving down. They're always on a timer here, and they just take so much damage on the way out. And Atlan as well, I think, picks up 2 of the kills, which is probably the worst member that you want them to go over to, right? Like, I think the Zeri getting fed is such big trouble here. This top tower is getting pretty low. Big trades coming out once again.
Once again, trying his luck, but Driver popping his own response as well.
Does have the Divine Sunderer completed, so might just be able to take this top tower. I believe this is completely 1v1 as well. Neither jungler has looked towards top, and Herald was dropped mid, so this is going to be almost 5 plates taken top. Purely in the 1v1. Daystar, he has the Sky's Descent, and they're starting up this dragon. I think Bliss actually have a fairly good shot at winning this fight.
They pinch it. They do find the charm onto Ellen, followed by the knockup. He's dropped very low. Might actually get taken out. Does get a lot of damage down, but shut down for Daystar. And now Team Bliss are going to see if they can try and continue this fight. Why not going back in? Finds the knockup, but no follow-up available. Lemus now dropping very low. Daystar looking to get out of there as soon as possible. But that's a big kill picked up for Team Bliss.
Definitely nice. This top tower might end up going down though. And lived. I think he could be in trouble. Has the ghost. Gets jumped on. He's dead.
Oh!
Surely.
Kasante Sings actually
out.
manages to ghost and dash his way out of there. Muscling Driver out of the way. 1 for 1 overall in that bot side skirmish though. And I have to say, picking up that shutdown onto Daystar is going to bode well for them going to this next few minutes.
For sure, yeah. I think it's a nice pickup. On the other side of the map though, Driver now in that pure 1v1 has taken the whole tower, and we've seen this matchup in the PCS many times before, and it's always been pretty 50-50. So I think the fact that Driver has found himself such a big lead kind of just speaks to his his skill as a player, right? That's a matchup that shouldn't be that one-sided. And they find themselves here in Impunity with a massive gold lead at only 15 minutes, 4,000. The second drag, or their first, will be picked up. It's really just Daystar who kind of remains the big hope for them.
Oh, why not? Oh, that's his close.
It's a fake, yeah.
he got me. But yeah, second dragon picked up for the side of Impunity. Now turning their sights to the Rift Herald.
Okay, so it is started up by Driver. Daystar doesn't have Disguise Descent. He's actually on the bot side. And I think any 4v4 that Daystar's not involved in should go the way of Impunity. Why not, though? It looks like he's kind of posturing for it. I'm not sure they should be able to contest this. They're going to try, though.
Oh, they're going in really close. Why not actually does manage to steal the Rift Shield away. Big smite fight victory for him, but now it's devolved into a skirmish. Allen trying to see what he can do. As they're split up, Why Not gets picked up by Driver, and now they're turning their sights to Liv. He's not too tanky so far on the Cassante, and Allen is just chugging along, trying to chase down as far as possible. Does connect that W onto one, but Team Bliss gonna be able to make it out of there. Only one casualty for the Rift Herald. It's not too bad of a trade.
It's not too bad, like you said, but I think it might have the same outcome.
Daystar.
Driver, he's looking, he has ulti. I think Mission, he flashes away. If this mid tower ends up going down regardless, then I feel like Why Not's death might have been for nothing. Was nice of him to steal it away, though.
Yeah, big win.
As well as Mission's flash burned. I wonder if Daystar has Leandries now. I mean, he might be going for tier 2 boots first. Take a look at the gold, though, especially in top lane. Driver, pretty much purely 1v1, has found a massive gold lead for himself. And even Daystar, picking up the shutdown, is still behind gold to Mission. Looks like the Leandries is not quite completed, although they still have 3 more minutes of farming before they have to contest any more dragons. And I still think Bliss probably do overall have the scaling advantage, but it's not by much, right? Zeri Lulu still scales very well. Talia's certainly no slouch in the late game either. So they are going to have to claw back at least a little bit of this gold deficit if they want to remain competitive in this game.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about the team fighting with these team comps. We haven't talked much about the Jax versus Cassante, you know. Jax definitely going to be a big driver of success for the side of Impunity, and now Nature forced to flash away. Team Bliss looking to see what they can do.
That is Nature's flash burn, and now Mission and Nature no flashes for this next team fight, but yeah, could maybe be a way for Why Not and Benvi to try find some sort of engage. They're looking on Atlan, who has both his sums, so probably not the play currently. Why Not? I'm not sure if he's allowed to be there. Uses a clone.
Risky. Alex might look here. Doesn't have the ult available.
Okay, manages to get out. I wonder, where will this Herald go? It feels like the only place it can really go is mid. Or the Weaver's Wall.
Benvi not quite going to get caught out by that. Lemus and Why Not trapped in the corner, but Impunity aren't able to walk up far enough to punish that. Now Why Not looking for a return. Does get the root onto Alex, but Wild Goat's popped onto him. Is going to make it out of there alive. Now Allen, once again on the Zeri, chasing them down. Why Not dropped very low. Is going to get taken out by the Sparks, and now Lemus doesn't connect the feathers onto anyone. It's Disguise Descent. TP coming in, Lived, but Driver's already here. Triple kill for Atlan. They start now looking like he might be in trouble. Lived isn't quite able to do anything, and Impunity picking up 3 kills for themselves, and most likely the mid tower as well.
Yeah, 3 more kills the mid tower, and that's what I'm talking about, man. The PCS Zeri Lulu, baby. That's the thing right there. You cannot beat PCS on the Zeri Lulu. I mean, pretty much every ADC in the league is just cracked out of their mind on this Zeri. Let's take a look at the replay. I mean, the initial engage from Impunity isn't the best. They miss a lot of these skill shots here. And Bliss kind of take that as permission to re-engage the fight, but they honestly just feel like they should be buying time rather than be looking for these fights. Instead, just, you know, Why Not doesn't really accomplish anything. After the engage, Atlan's still full HP, flashes away from the Xayah feathers and deals so much damage here. Daystar, you know, while he puts out good damage, it's not enough yet for him to be able to 1v9 a team fight. Alan, very happy with himself after that one.
Yeah, it's just such a scary thing with Zeri Lulu, right? If you aren't able to find that initial engage and you use all of your tools, it's just a playground for her, right? She can just run around, and after that, you know, we saw Benvi try and hit that second grand entrance onto him, but ultimately it's just too much moves for her to deal with, really.
He was like Usain Bolt the way he was running his dudes in that fight. 30 seconds here on this Ocean Drag. I think it should go the way of Impunity. 6,000 gold lead for them. The Herald is dropped mid. I'm not sure if Bliss can even crash this, though. I mean, they're going to maybe bring members. Daystar's still in top side.
Alex looking, does find Lemus. Cleanse is popped. Rift Herald going to be trying to actually using the TP for it.
He has Disguise Descend.
I wonder if this is actually going to be able to make it or not. Mission's on the back end. Why Not trying to find Atlan? Sky's Descent doesn't quite connect on anyone, but the AoE is going to connect on everyone, obviously. Alex dropped very low. Daystar doing so much damage, but Why Not stunned up? Atlan on a rampage, picking off 1. Might be able to pick off 2. Driver once again, finding his way into the back line. And 4 kills, upgraded from 3 from the last fight. And Impunity now looking towards the Baron.
I think they're going to pick up the Baron and maybe the second drag as well. Driver's down there soloing it, and this it looks now really rough for Bliss to come back in this game. You can talk as much as you want about scaling, but like we said, they don't outscale by that much. And some leads just are unrecoverable. And it feels, you've got to wonder, where are Bliss going to go from here? Because now losing on so many of their signature champs, as well as their almost unbeatable red side, that Impunity have kind of just, run them completely over on. Definitely going to be feeling pretty rough on the side of Team Bliss. Take a look here at the replay. I mean, the Herald is dropped. It feels like it kind of just has to be. Engage comes out on the Lemus, who does cleanse it. The TP in from Daystar. I mean, it's all looking at least okay for now. But I feel like there's really a way overforce on Atlan. It is initially engaged from Flash from Wynot, but there's no follow-up at all. And Atlan just walks out of there. Doesn't have any problem whatsoever. And just so much damage. Once the threat is gone, Atlan can free hit.
Oh,
Lived?
Oh, Benvi actually picks up a kill on the mission. Not sure how he ended up there, but now Lived, dropping very low. Might be the return kill, but wait, Cassante things is just going to run on out of there. Might potentially get chased down here. Okay, yeah, there's no way he's making it out of this one.
He's gone. Alex should be able to pick this up. Is a killing spree for him.
On the Sijwadi.
15 kills to 5. It was 25 to 5 before. Will we see that beaten? I just want to point out, Mission has a Magi with 2 stacks. I'm not sure if he just bought that or he just died then and lost them, but hey, I respect it.
Look, I don't mean to overreact, but Team Bliss have just picked up the first 2 towers of the series.
True, yeah. They have, and it looks like this tier 3 bot tower, though, is being sieged. Benvi, he got that shutdown, but is he strong enough to take on Driver? I wouldn't think so. Perhaps can CC him down, though.
Why not? Going to find the second Cyclone as well. I'm going to pick up the kill here. Oh, why not? Actually dropping very low, but Lemus is able to get the shutdown on that one. But at what cost? Impunity picking up that mid lane tier 2 in response. Daystar now going to be looking onto Allen. Doesn't have flash available, but it's going to hop over the wall there.
TP
coming in. Lived has a good flank here. Doesn't have the all-out available. But is going to try and muscle his way onto Allen. Nature is there to provide support, though. He gets stunned up. Skies do descend. Charm knocked up. Airborne shut down for Lemus. Oh, that's a lot. That's a big play for the side of Team Bliss. It does still look rough for them in this current state of the game, but picking up 2 kills for the Xayah is going to be critical for them.
Definitely, I think really nice picks across the board there. They managed to get several shutdowns, and as you said, their first 2 towers of the series picked up. I believe both of them had objective bounties too, so quite a lot of gold going back the way of Team Bliss. Still though, Atlan has his flash up for next fight, so that kind of play of trying to engage on him early, perhaps not as viable in this next one. It is Daystar though, who has 2 items and 240 stacks, so is very scaled up on the Cerulean Soul. I think we'll be looking towards him as well as Lemus, who now is the Navori, to be able to carry this next fight. It's going to be tough though, because I feel like your backline doesn't out DPS at least yet, so you kind of have to engage, but Wynot is so weak now, 1 and 6. It's so hard, even if he finds a good engage, he's going to pop immediately after.
Yeah, definitely a far cry from the monster Wukong we saw from Alex last game. He can still find those engages, right, but he doesn't have quite as much durability to follow that up with. Alex just going to walk Wynot down, finds the stun mission as well. Weaver's wall, going to try and chase him down as well. Oh, Daystar over the wall, trying to pressure them away. Overall, though, Team Bliss doing their best to try and slow this game down and get Daystar a little bit more gold, but Impunity, they're unrelenting.
They are now, they have full control of this topside jungle, can start to work on this top lane tier 2. They are going to send members up towards it. They have Driver pushing in that mid wave, so trying to make sure that they can control this relevant area. There is still a lot of engage that can come out from Bliss, though. They could punish the side of Impunity if they walk too far up. There's no flash on Mission and no flash on Driver, so if you could catch one of those out, would definitely be a good pickup.
Oh, Alex potentially out of position here, but once again, Team Bliss, they have the tools to engage, but if you're starting off on Alex, this might not be the best look for you. Why not the decoy? He tricked me again. I thought that was him, but he's going to be able to slip out of that one. Completely unscathed, actually. And Alex not only popping the ult, but also the Radiant Virtue with it. And Team Bliss now looking on to Mission. He doesn't have the mid-eyes, but the stacks might be disappearing once again. Double knock-up from Wynot. Mission dropped very low. It's going to get picked off. Finally, Skies descending. Benvi going gold, and Lemus trying to see what he can do. Here does have the last whisper completed. Daystar now getting it looked on, gets deleted by Driver. Double kill for him. And now Lived trying to make away with his life once again. Doing Cassandra things, but not quite going to be enough. This time, Atlan getting his revenge.
A really nice attempt there from the side of Team Bliss, but honestly just didn't have the damage, right? Mission caught with no flash, but lived for so long. Actually just had no damage onto him. I think Lemus was kind of unable to DPS in that fight. Daystar maybe was still over the wall, so without the follow-up and with Why Not being so weak, they just can't quite take him out. Let's take a look, I guess, at exactly what happened. I mean, the initial engage did look good. Mission is kind of trolling, I want to say, being here without flash. It's just engaged on very early. It's like the flash wild growth that comes out of nature. But look how long Mission survives, right? In the meantime, Driver, he zones out Lemus, who's the big DPS threat, who's forced to ult on the side. Actually, CC's up Driver, or Daystar as well. So Driver was kind of just 1v9ing this fight and lived. He did what he could, but just isn't strong enough to take down Atlan.
Yeah, Driver ultimately able to zone off Lemus in that fight is going to be critical for them because Lemus really only gets like 2 feathers down onto Mission before he can't even walk up anymore. Driver just forcing his way through. And this guy is just a menace on the Jax. 4-1 now, 3 full items completed. It's hard to see a world where he dies in one of these fights.
Yeah, it does seem pretty difficult. There is no flash on Atlan in nature though, so that could maybe be punished. No flash on Alex either. It is 3 dragons for the side of Impunity. And I think if Bliss can hold on a bit longer, it'll be the longest an Oceanic team has lasted against a PCS team so far.
That.
Sorry, I had to. I don't know what the record is. I think it's around 28 minutes. So if we can just last that long, I'll be happy for now.
Gotta change the topic, you're being a downer.
Could be pressure going towards this Baron though. They're going to take away some of this control. And Impunity, I mean, they can still definitely look to fight. Mission, he's doubled his Magi stack since last time. Now on a whopping 4.
Yeah, the Scrying Orb is already used for Team Bliss, trying to spot out Impunity on the Baron.
Ooh,
Benvi, nice escape
Benvi
there. Knowing that Impunity are fishing for kills here, Team Bliss trying to stay disciplined. Alex is going to be the next one to try and look on someone. Well, with Liv, he's looking on the Driver actually. Lemus going to get a lot of his attacks blocked by the Counter-Strike.
Nice deflection there, I think, from Bliss. Starts off with Benvi, really nice disengage. And good damage traded back on the Driver, but he can kind of sustain some of that back up. Has the 2 Oceans. Nice pick on the side. Little bit of damage found.
And he's starting with the Baron, but you can kind of tell that they're not really looking for it itself. They're looking for the fight that comes with it. Mission trapping so many people in the corner with the Weaver's Wall. Lemus forced the ultimate. And now Benvi trying to see who he can charm. Skies do not quite descend. It's only going to be a star this time. And Liv now going to get chased down once again by Atlan. Atlan isn't quite as speedy as last time though. Benvi trying to peel for his teammates as much as possible. But Liv is going to sacrifice his life nobly. It does go all out. He actually lives again? No, not quite. Isn't going to be lived this time. He's going to be dead.
I like that one. That was a good one. Why not? Can he steal away this red? I don't think he can. If he can maybe stay hidden, it could be important for stopping the Baron, but he's going to be found out. Oh, no.
Why not trying his best
Disaster.
to get out of
I think that should be the Baron now that goes the way of Impunity, and most likely Bliss's chances in this game gone along with it.
Yeah, Lemus ultimately in so many of these fights, despite being on the Xayah, with the defensive tool available, isn't able to find as much DPS as he wants. He's got the Lord Doms completed. He does have the ability to be able to really dish out a good amount of damage onto the tanks, but there's just no space for him.
There really isn't. I mean, it is so difficult, I think, with how Driver's been playing these fights. Really nice wall from Mission here
Huge
as well.
wall.
Managed to just cut it off at the very start. Lemus, while he has a lot of damage, it's just kind of zoned out of fights so early. I think Daystar did a pretty good job of DPSing in this fight, and they did admittedly kite back pretty well. But Driver is just unstoppable. He's just chasing non-stop. The flash came out of Mission, which kind of ended up being a way in for Driver. Flashes forward, manages to take down Liv. Benvi was also forced to flash there, so that's a lot of the engaged potential from the Rakan now neutralized. As Impunity, they're going to look to Siege, probably just play a 4-1 setup, put your Jax on that bot side, stay full mid, and just force Bliss to make a play. They do have the Skies descend.
Liv just TPing behind. He's looking for a flank.
Yeah, they're gonna try Hail Mary here.
It's tough. There are wards around, so he's not going to be able to get in quite as close as he wants here. It's going to get spotted.
Ooh.
Not quite yet. Might be able to take Alan over the wall here. Not quite. Alex does find the peel from Grand Entrance. The Skies descend. Huge star coming from Daystar. Oh, Driver, he's looking for the re-engage though. Counter-Strike already expended. Might be able to actually take him down here. Why not? Still waiting on the wings as well. Shut down for Lemus. They're looking for more. 3 kills so far. Nature trying to survive, but Leandri's burden finds him, and 4 kills for the side of Team Bliss. This might just be what they need to get back into this game.
They could be. I mean, they've at least bought themselves some time. Really nice play there. They managed to kill Atlan, who had flash, but just ended up CC'd inside that, inside the Sky's Descent. I think was knocked up by Rakan, who even without the flash, nice engage found there from Benvi. And while they are so far behind, it's definitely a way back into this game. I think keep your eyes on Atlan here because Liv, he kind of forced the issue by finding this flank, but I'm not too sure how Atlan actually ended up CC'd up. I guess was just too far and then got, I guess knocked up by Benvi here. And with the Sky's Descent follow-up, so much damage dealt onto him. Mission did his best to kind of DPS the backline, but it really is Atlan who is providing so much of that.
Yeah, and crucially for Team Bliss this time, Driver was the one who wasn't quite able to get in the fight quick enough. He's able to provide the extra durability in CC. You can see coaching stuff from Team Bliss. A little bit happy about that one. They got smiles on their face. They still believe in the oceanic dream. I have to say, so do I. Team Bliss looking once again. Sky's Descent. Alan drops so low here. This is a good look. Benvi trying to find his way onto Alan, but there's no follow-up available. Lima's getting stunned up, forced to pop his ultimate. Oh, but they have so much damage. Oh, Mission gets dropped down, and the rest of them is Impunity trying to run away from Daystar, but he's so strong, doesn't get polymorphed. He needs a little bit of help in the corner, just spitting out fire.
Okay, I mean, I think
they're chasing
Bliss
them down. Alex dropped so low. Daystar not quite going to have enough to get the kill here.
So close. I mean, Bliss, they're really doing their best job to come back into this game. They managed to win that team fight. They take away this dragon. Consistently are just out team fighting Impunity in these crucial team fights. I think it still should be favored to Impunity. They really just need to win one team fight to pick up a dragon and win this game. But if Bliss can continue to play the team fights as well as they have a very solid chance of winning this game. Daystar has scaled himself to such a monstrous level.
Yeah, they're consistently finding these choke points where Impunity, they mistakenly find themselves in, right? And Team Bliss are quick on the trigger, punishing it, instantly dropping the Sky's Descent, dropping Atlan so low, and making it so hard for him to pump out DPS like he has been in these previous fights, right? Like we've seen Impunity, they finally engage with the Weaver's Wall. Team Bliss try to re-engage. Impunity disengage from that, and then they chase them down, but Team Bliss really trying to find ways around that and doing well so far.
For sure, and I think the next fight actually could go the way of Bliss as well. There are no sums on both Atlan and Nature, and Benvi still has his flash. He's found some really good engages this game already. If he can just find one more, I mean, maybe Bliss could find themselves picking up a Baron and really bringing themselves into the lead in this game.
Gold lead has shrunk massively, still 5k ahead for Impunity. But it doesn't feel like it in these fights, right? Like you say Impunity should be favored, but this A-Soul is just so scary.
Really is. He is so scared at this point. Most likely will work towards the Rabbit on our side. Has a stopwatch for now. Not sure whether or not it will actually be upgraded. We'll have to see. As it is now, the Bliss members grouping on that mid wave. Driver's going to do his best to siege the side. I think for the side of Impunity, I'd like to try see them fight outside the jungle. I feel like if they can fight in the open where they have more room to kite, have a much better chance of winning the fight. In these kind of choke points, they are just kind of perma CC'd right by the Rakan as well as by Daystar. Just deals so much damage.
Yeah, all the champions on the Team Bliss side just have so much ease in playing these choke points, right? With the Feathers, with the Rakan engage, with the Sky's Descent. Cyclone as well, really. It's just the perfect environment for them to find those advantages. So, for side of Impunity, they're going to look to avoid that. But Team Bliss, they want to keep trying to catch them out. Driver now might be a bit too far up in the bottom lane here. Going to try and flash away. Weaver's Wall comes in. I think they're just going to take that flash from Driver. Not too bad for them.
Yeah, definitely. I think getting the flash out of Driver is actually really big. It makes the fight so much easier for Lemus, who has the Gale Force and a flash of his own.
Oh,
they're looking on Atlan.
And they're going to dash over that wall. Team Bliss still trying to see what good fights they can find. They definitely don't want to fight in the lane, like you said. They want to try and find a choke point where Impunity are overstepping. They're taking away the Raptors. Next objective is going to be the Baron Nashor spawning very shortly. And Impunity, they do have first dibs on this area.
Will they look to start it up?
Well, they're doing it straight away.
Okay, they're going to force the issue.
Well, they're killing it pretty fast, but I think Team Bliss are going to be able to get here quick enough. Half HP on the Baron. Lemus, why not? Trying to force them off of it. Driver's waiting on the side as well. A little bit scary for the side of Team Bliss. But Lemus has all sums available. All the members of Team Bliss actually have all their sums available. So a lot of flexibility available for this fight. You can tell Impunity they're a little bit scared, a little bit hesitant to keep hitting at this Baron.
Well, why not? He's going to try find a creative
finds the
flank
angle. Maybe trying to follow, finds a charm, doesn't find the grand entrance on anyone, unfortunately, but Nature dropping so low. This Ace is doing so much damage. Oh, goes golden right on the edge. Is not
nice
going to get picked off. Lemus is unstoppable as well. So much damage coming out from the side of Team Bliss. Daystar going all the way in, trusting his teammates to follow up, and now Team Bliss looking towards the Baron themselves.
Yeah, I think Bliss are actually favored to win this game now. Again, really nice executed team fight. It looked like the initial engage maybe didn't go the way they wanted, but critically still found that kill onto Atlan while he did not have flash. It was a lot invested from the side of Bliss though. No flash on Benvi as well as Daystar. But getting the Baron and now only a couple thousand gold behind, which pretty much doesn't matter at this point. I think Bliss are definitely in the lead. There's still one more chance though. If Impunity win this fight, especially when the flashes are down and Atlan's flash is up, and could get this 4th dragon, I mean, the game really does still remain on a knife's edge.
Yeah, crucially here, why not find the flank? And although they don't find too many members with the initial engage, they trap 3 members of Impunity into this tight choke point where Daystar just really unleashes on them, right? And Mission not quite able to find that last set onto Daystar. And Team Bliss, now they're on the front end of this. Driver looking for a flank. TP coming in from Liv to dissuade there, and now they're looking towards this tier 2 mid tower.
Yeah, a little bit of damage being traded over. Driver, he's still in the area looking to flank, and I think a lot of it will come down to this 4th dragon fight. I feel like if Blitz can manage to win this fight, not having flash on Benvi or Daystar, they can probably win the game. But if they lose this fight and give over 4th drag, can be very, very difficult, I think, to kind of outlast that.
Why not Lived? Making sure that Impunity don't get their hands on that mid priority. Driver does have a pretty sneaky flank here, but I think Team Bliss are aware of it. You can see pings going down onto that bush. They know what's up. Lemus might be in a bit of trouble here. He's trapped between 2 forces, but Impunity not going to pull the trigger just yet. Driver's sitting on a ward. Both teams doing the dragon dance.
Okay, engage. It's coming out on the Alex. Alan, he has flash, but does not have the heal.
Oh, Sky's Descent. That's really
used early. Liv takes a lot of damage. This is looking good for Impunity.
Yeah. Driver now looking to see what he can do on the backside. Stun finds Benvi. Not much going to come from that, though, Alex. They're able to muscle Team Bliss out of the river, though, and it means that this dragon looks a little bit scarier.
Yeah, I
what
think
Team Bliss are going to do here.
Should just be able to start this up. I think Atlan's dash might have actually bugged over the wall.
Oh, they don't actually have any DPS onto the Baron just yet. Mission's a bit too far out, and so is Atlan. And they're circling back around. Sides have swapped. Bliss. Now
why not?
See if they can steal this away. He's done it before. Let's see if he can do it again. Hops over. Just, it's way too late. It is going to be the 3rd dragon picked up away. Driver looking onto Benvi, does take him down. Why not trying to find the cycling onto 3, but there's no one to follow up. Polymorph gets taken down. Liv going all out onto Driver, trying to get revenge for his fallen comrade, but Lemus drops. Actually gets picked up. Daystar's unstoppable. He might be able to clean this one up. Finds a double kill. Can he find more? He has the resets available. Oh, he's flying the wrong direction. But Lived doesn't actually catch that base. And now Lemus trying to barrel down the mid lane. Nature fighting for his life here. Lemus is by himself in the mid lane. Might be a little bit dangerous for him. Mission's here.
Yeah, so much damage though onto Mission, who has his 4th drag, but I think won't be able to stand up to Lemus. Nature is just, I don't know, still running around the rift as being chased by Liv. But, you know, despite it being the soul going to Impunity, which does, I think, make it difficult for Bliss, I don't think it's like so bad that they can't win, right? I think they have enough damage, and a lot of it is burst. If they can still blow up Outland on the engage, Nature, he's found again. Actually, could be in trouble.
Liv is still looking for it. Doesn't have to all out, but if he finds the knockup, does force a wild growth, but it's going to get pinged off. EP is available for missions, so not wanting to bite off more than they can chew. Team Bliss going to retreat for now, but they have the gold lead, and we'll see how this fight played out.
Weaver's Wall coming in from Mission was really, really nice. Just cut them off completely. And a nice flank coming from Driver as well. Why not also kind of found himself in no man's land. It looks really, really good for the side of Impunity. Lemus manages to deal a lot of damage though. And on the back line, I think Atlan actually just, he flashed forward and then overextended into the feathers and was just completely deleted.
He gets decimated.
Yeah, I think really important as well, the fact that he used flash. I mean, that's just such a big window in this game. He does have the stopwatch to speak of, which is nice. But not having the flash on the Zeri makes him so much more vulnerable. And for the first time in a long time, Bliss now have the gold lead.
Yeah, Team Bliss crucially in that fight. I would just split up the members of Impunity and stop them from playing the front to back that they're looking for with the Zeri, who hasn't been able to ramp up in these fights, but Lemus is going to be the target now. Has the cleanse available, but chooses to hold it. Polymorphed, and is going to make it out of there. Good choice by him, good discipline. Especially in such an important game like this. Team Bliss not backing down.
I respect that a lot, holding that cleanse. A lot of nerve in a game that is still honestly on a knife's edge. With the Rabadons on Aurelion Sol though and the Sky's Descent, I think next fight is actually looking pretty good for Bliss. It's 40 minutes in. I mean, you would hate to lose this game now as Team Bliss. You've made such a Herculean effort to kind of come back into this game. Still though, it is the Ocean Soul on the side of Team Bliss, and I don't think there's actually any healing reduction on the other side.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter if you one-shot Atlan.
There's a single execution that's for the Wukong, but yeah, I think ultimately it doesn't matter too much, right? Like the healing is obviously not optimal for the side of Team Bliss, but we saw in that, you know, top side's Tribush fight where Daystar just completely melts them in a matter of seconds. It's not going to be a huge point, and hopefully we'll see Daystar once again. He does have the Sky's Descent available. Next fight is going to be a big one. Barrett Nasher spawning very shortly.
Atlan has the GA completed, which is pretty big. I wonder if they can delay a fight until he has flash, though. I feel like they probably can't. The thing is, Baron dies in just a few seconds, honestly. It gets DPS down so quick. You can't really afford to leave it, and it looks like Baron will be spawning very, very soon here. Bliss are the ones with control, and it's very scary, I think, from the side of Impunity. I don't think you want Nature to check.
Well, it's going for drive-by, but why not? Trying to see what he can do on the back end. Daystar just completely melts Alex, looking for more. He's going to get separated very briefly. Driver trying to fight 3 men by himself. Isn't able to do too much. Dream damage got very low, though. Atlan looking very dangerous on this area. Daystar not backing down. Low health bars for the side of Team Bliss. But 1 kill picked up, and that's the jungler. So Team Bliss looking towards the Baron now. Impunity definitely don't want to give this one up.
Yeah, they're going to play for the fight after. I think the Baron will go the way of Bliss, but what can they find afterwards?
Well, Liv finds a knock up on the Atlan. Isn't able to follow up. Oh, the Talia stuns so many. Why not force into the back of the pit? And Liv now getting chased down. Atlan's going to pick him off. Daystar, though, trying to dissuade anything else. Benby finds the engage. Not able to follow up there. Oh, Daystar gets shut down. Stunned up, and Benby going to be the lone surviving member here. Liv can't make a miracle happen.
Oh, I think it's over, right?
Ooh.
I feel
Benby
like
still has the Baron buff.
But there's no wave clear. I mean, what's he going to do? He's just going to stand there menacingly? I'm not sure he can stop it. And there's so much DPS still left alive, right? Like, Atlan and Nature should be able to just by themselves end this. Heartbroken for Bliss, right? They played so well to come back in this game. But they won fight after fight to kind of get themselves back to that even game state. Benby, what can he do?
Oh, he's pulling the minions away, but I don't think it's quite going to be enough.
No, unfortunately it
the
won't.
towers get taken down. Impunity picking up the second game. Bliss put up a huge fight. 43 minutes, the longest game that OC has had so far in the PCS playoffs, but just falling at the last hurdle for Team Bliss.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I want to say, despite falling behind really far early game, Bliss played extremely well to bring themselves back into that game. I think that, I don't know, a lot of it felt like they fell so far behind early and then they won fight after fight after fight to kind of bring them back to that even state. But the thing is, Impunity only really need to win one fight, right? You have so many chances because of how far you were ahead early. So I think kind of similar to what happened to Chiefs yesterday, you have to find a way to stabilize this early.